I'm just making this video to showcase how it can pass a funded account. This is a 50K, which is the standard. As you can see, the profit rule states you gotta get the 6% profit target, which is also pretty standard for funded accounts, and the max loss of 5% and max daily loss of 4%, which is also pretty standard. So if you lose any more than 2,500 at any point in time during this test, you will terminate the account and can no longer use it, and you will lose your money. You pay around a couple $100 for these accounts, so to be able to prove yourself that you're a profitable trader. There are restrictions as well, and as you can see, a daily loss limit, max loss limit. So if you lose over 2 grand in one day, you're dead. If you lose over 25 overall, you're also dead. At least with the max daily loss, you have a second chance the next day, but not a very big one. For profit target, all you got to do is win 3K throughout the test and be able to prove the fact that you can trade. Of course, I already did a video on how you can do your strategy, and that's the same strategy I'll be using. It's the one that I'm used to. It's the one that I'm profitable in. So I'm just going to go ahead and showcase how I'm able to pass a funded account using the strategy that I use. Of course, we're on ES Futures. Yeah, I suggest starting with micro ES, which is MES. That way you can use 10 micros, which would be one mini. You can use 0.5 of a mini, which is 5 micros, or 0.25, which would be 3 micros, around there. That just lets you risk less per trade, because if we just take that into consideration, 50K, right? If you take a $50,000 account, I mean, you're going to be looking at 1% risk. 1 to 3% risk is about the standard. Normally, after you've your funded, you don't want to risk over more than 1% just to be safe. And you want to build a buffer as well. And my goal for that is around 60K. So then I'll continue using 1%, which will be $500 per trade. And with a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio, I either lose 500K on a losing trade, or I win 1,500 on a winning trade. And with about an 85% win rate, over 3/4 of 10 trades, I'll win probably 8 out of 10 trades. So it won't be that bad over time. You also don't trade on red folders, which on Forest Factory you can see red folders are time frames that you don't want to trade. So you wouldn't want to trade at 9 a.m., but you can past 9 a.m. once it's like 12. Once we're past that time frame, so do keep mind of that. So don't trade on red. So right here, past good thing that it's in the morning, so I don't have to worry about it, but I'll have to worry about it the next day. So we'll get to that soon. I honestly don't know what else. So yeah, 50K account with 3% is what you want to risk. So anywhere from 500, just say to about 1,000. Let's just do 2%. I don't want to get too carried away with here. But yeah, 1% is recommended. Buffer also recommended over time. So when you do get payouts, you keep some in the account just to be able to keep some money in the account, just to be able to get it up to 60K and never pay yourself out more than that. So whatever you make over 60K is what you can get yourself paid out with. It'll be the easiest way to just go about it. And yeah, you can do about a funded account you can pass in about 5 days, anywhere from 5 to 14 days, depending on how much you do. But on average, it'll take about 20 days to pass due to losing days and days that you can't trade. You also only trade Monday to Friday. You can't trade on the weekends. This is futures, so you can only trade throughout the week. And the best time to trade would be Central Time. Let's just go simple here. It would be 8:30 to 10:30. Anytime before and anytime after, or I guess 11:30. Anytime before, anytime after. It just isn't smart to trade. So it's a really, not much actually, because you would only actually work a couple hours a day if you're actually like a full-time job with this. And of course, trade New York session, ES1 futures, and let's see, anywhere from, if we do micros, anywhere from 5 to, I don't know, 30 micros. And if we do minis, which is what I'm on right now, which is bigger risk. We can do anywhere from 1 mini over to 5 minis, but for percentage sake, we're gonna do 1 to 2 minis and 5 to 10 micros. But for simplicity's sake, minis, to not go over your percentage risk, go anywhere from 1 to 2, which down here we can see 1 to 2. Yeah, so that's how much minis you want to risk, time frame you want to trade, what you're trading, the amount of days it'll probably take you to pass a funded account. But this, every 5 days you can get a payout, so you keep that in mind. You can probably get three payouts a month. Yeah, don't trade on red days. 3 to 1 risk reward ratio, losses and wins. Yeah, and today I'm just gonna be doing like how long it'll take me to pass a funded account using a different time frame. Of course, this is some of this will be sped up so it doesn't take. So the video isn't as fucking long, but right now we'll have a fresh $50,000 account. Let's just say I paid about 300 for this, so you would actually be pretty careful with what you're doing here. It's still 9:25. Market hasn't opened yet. This market opens at 9:30. Keep in mind this is New York time right here, UTC 5, New York. So for us, this will be 8:30. Like I said, you're trading from 8:30 to 11:30. And we're gonna be using my strategy, which includes highs and lows. So there we go. We got the low right here. I don't have the indicator set up. I'm just doing this straight up raw, no indicators. So right here would be the London session, and right here the Asia session, and this is the New York session, and this is the upcoming New York session. Right here we have the London low, and there's no Asia low since it got broken through, but we have also previous week lows right down there, and we also got the highs as well. So you mark out your lows and highs for rejection points on ES futures on the 15-minute time frame. And then you also mark out your order block on the 8 a.m. New York zone from the top wick to the bottom wick of the candle, as you can see right here. So now all I do is just wait for, confirmation. What I'm looking for, probably in this trade, I'm probably looking for, we already got a break actually, pre-market, that's pretty awesome. I'm just looking for a retest. Now let's say a break back above. And well, yeah, we're going to be looking at, I don't know, probably 15-point wins. So yeah, for sure 50-point wins for that risk, the 3-to-1 ratio. So I'm probably gonna be looking for some up here, with a 5-point stop loss to make the risk reward ratio of 3-to-0, 3-to-1 actually. So we'll see how this goes, and how the market moves and all that. So we'll see. It's pretty volatile right now, so we'll see how long it'll actually take to reach the midpoint of the order block of the zone. So we'll see. As you can see, it probably reached it right there on the 1 minute. Now I'm just looking for a bullish candle, honestly. So reversal, it hasn't quite yet confirmed in the middle. Right there it did, so I can go ahead and buy. I'll go ahead and do 2. Of course, go to the 15-point mark and go down here as well. There we go. So we're targeting a 15-point win, and with a 5-point stop loss, and we can see the win and the loss here. And it's actually reaching it pretty fast. So you can see, this is called scalp trading, which these trades hit anywhere from 1 to 5 minutes. There we go. It actually hit. Holy shit! Look at my realized pay now. It's already at 1.325. I'm already 44% of the way. That's actually pretty good. There we go. First trade hit, like I said, break and retest of that zone. Now I can just move on to the next day actually. So let's go ahead and move to the next New York session. Alright, where's the market at? There it is. I'm gonna go ahead and remove all these lows, because it got broken. As you can see, the shark went through them. Um, let's see. Okay. Right here, this would be the Asia low, and then this would be the current London low, and then we actually have no highs, so we're going raw, with no idea of what's coming. So, and there's a red folder later in the day. I'm not sure how this day will go, but we'll see. Um, we'll see. But first, I'll go back to the 15-minute and set my order block for the day. Yeah, 8 a.m. candle. As you can see, we'll go from the top wick to the bottom wick. There's the order block right there. Maybe a break and retest, maybe not. Since it is all-time highs, it might actually target the lows. So if it's choppy, I'm not gonna go for the break and retest. I'm actually gonna go look for continuations of these lows, not the rejections. So we're gonna be looking for pullbacks. That is my current game plan, and that will probably look like this. Or probably go something like this, and then rejection, but not really, and then pull back, and then I'll probably look for some shorts towards the downside. Maybe that's my move. Maybe it'll happen. Maybe it won't. We'll see what goes on. But yes, this would be day 2 of trading. So you can see we're 1.3k in, off 2. I'll probably go 1. I have to scale down. It is a news day, so we'll see how this goes. Or maybe we'll reach new highs and continue going towards an all-time high. So I don't know which one will be more true, but we'll see. Sped it up there. I'm not too sure about doing the trade here. Let's go on the 5-minute. Thinking about it, thinking about the rejection, but not really. If it breaks through here, it's for sure not a no-go, which is looking at it like it will. And it did. So we're no longer looking for that break and retest, so we don't have to worry about this shit now. Now, honestly, at this point, I'm looking for some more downside, which would mean a pullback. So I'll stay on the 5-minute and see what goes on here. That is one pullback, and it just didn't happen. Okay, I'm just looking for a bullish candle, so a blue candle. There we go. And I want it to stick. I want it to stay like that. Okay, apparently not. There's one pullback right there. Maybe there will be another one. If this stays a bullish candle like this one, it's a confirmed pullback, so I'm going to be looking for some shorts. Which would be towards the low, actually. 5-point stop loss. So we'll see. Unless we just reject off this zone, which might. Let's see. We're either going to reject off this zone or continue going down, which there's now a second bullish candle, so it's probably really going to reject off that zone. Yeah, there it is. The rejection of that zone. It's a little slow though, but I'll go ahead and sell that to the downside. And it, bro, it just hit. There we go. We just hit another. It was a 10-point trade since I did hit it late, but doesn't matter. The market is moving a little faster. So now we're up 1.8k. That second trade wasn't as good, but we can see where I'm going with this. Now, will I trade again? Maybe. Maybe the price wants to target this low. If we get one bullish candle to stick, like this one, if it sticks and it stays blue, and we get another bearish candle out right after that, I'm gonna be looking for a short here, which would be another 10-point trade. I'll see. But I'm not in yet, so, and I'll stick with the one unit. Damn. Moved it too fast. That's a late for sure entry. Um. Yeah, there we go. It would have hit if I actually did place a trade, so, but I was late to it, so. This slow is a little too low. I'm not sure if I want to hit that yet. So, not sure. It looks like it might be rejecting off this low. Keep in mind we don't need this. And this we can officially move down here. So we might reject off this for a bit. Not too confident in the trade. It is already 12:15 p.m. so just gonna go ahead and chalk it for the day and just move on to the next day. So let's go to the next session. Alright, it's now Wednesday. Let's see what happens here. We're gonna eliminate that low, and then now we have some highs to work with. We have this London high of the previous day. We have this New York high right by it, so we're not going to even bother with it. We don't have any other highs to mark out, so I guess rip to that. At least we have one high to work with, and then we got that low, so I'll see what happens here. I'll go back to the 15-minute, place that order block just in case. 8 a.m. of course, top and bottom of the wick. There we go. I want to see how this market moves, so. Red folder, not until the night time, so we're good, but one just did happen, so. If price is attracted towards this direction, we're for sure looking for upside. If not, we're looking for downside if it goes here, so it'll be a hit or miss. But I'm just waiting for that confluence, so gotta be patient for that. And I'm not too sure about the break and retest due to how much zonage there's here. Just not enough movement. It's too barcodey here, so not too sure. That could be a rejection off the midpoint, break and retest. I just want the candle to finish out and see if that actually works out. If it does finish out, we're looking for a 50-point long, so that's for sure. It did break through the downside, so the price is disrespected, so the order block isn't the best trade you could do, so I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to go ahead and place a long here. Even if it does go up, it's not a smart trade. It's not like if it goes up here, it's not like, oh, I missed it. No, It did break towards the downside, so it's not a respectable confluence, so it's not smart to place a trade here. Just keeping it a buck, it's how you stay profitable. Um, but we do have a new high here. Keep that in mind. We might be looking for some rejection off that. Yeah, there we go. See, for sure, good thing that I didn't place that short right then and there, because I would have been stopped out right here. Um, what we could look for to pull back towards the upside, which could happen, because here we have, if we remove the order blocks, this is no longer valid. Here we have a pullback. If I get another pullback, I'm gonna go ahead and look for a long towards the upside. So I'm gonna be keeping that in mind. So if this stays a bearish candle, so a black candle, and then it transfers over to a blue bullish candle on the next interval, then I'll probably be looking for some longs on this current New York high. Unless it just breaks structure towards this downside, which is the current New York low. All right, I might just be looking for some longs here. Um, go ahead and buy 1 unit. I'll put it up here. Keep in mind this is a riskier trade. But we'll see how that goes. And yeah, I'm just targeting the current New York high due to the confirmation, the second confirmation of the second pullback. As we can see, there's a continuation of bearish candles right here, and then there's a second continuation of bearish candles, which means it's just a confirmed pullback. And you look for trades towards the other direction, so the bullish direction. So, and I did get stopped out. That would be a loss for me. So now we're back down to 1400. So we have 2 wins and a loss. Not the worst case scenario. I did lose, so I'm just gonna go ahead and stop for the day. Maybe not. I don't know if I want to look for a second trade today. It's already 10:55. Maybe we have one more opportunity. I'll just go ahead and see how it rides out. Oh yeah, let's look at this high. There we go. Gotta update those. Maybe a quick rejection here. Yeah, there we go. You see that? Bang. Holy fuck. I just said it, and it happened. I should have placed a trade, but I didn't trust myself. You gotta trust yourself if you want to win these fucking trades. Wow, rejection here too. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that. Whoa, what do I look for now? I'll see. I'm not sure yet. This might tell me that I'm looking for long, honestly. Quicker 10.1, not too hard, but I mean, just like I told you, like when you're created a new high, and when that high's broken, I mean, by the candle just doing this shit, I immediately have a new high, New York high set up here, and you look for rejections off those, and it did reject to the downside. And when we did have the low set up here, we saw the price reject as well to the upside. So it happened twice in a row. We witnessed it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and see what happens here towards the rejection of this Asia low. So I'll see what happens here. Go ahead and buy here. Set it up here and set my stop loss on here. So we'll see. We'll see. Bang. There we go. Trade hit. And exactly at the rejection point. Wow. Okay. Exactly at 10 points. There we go. Nice. That's what I needed to have. Now we're back to where I was at. I mean, right before. Did it even count that? Yeah, it did. Okay. No, it didn't. It counted as a loss. What the fuck? That doesn't make sense. No, it did count it as a win. The hell? It's saying it's a loss here. I just straight up. Oh wait. Okay, I'm 87 profit for the day. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. All right, we're all good. If it glitched, that would have been fucking ass. We can now go back to it. So yeah, it hit right here for 10 points. Off the rejection of that low. So we can now just go to the next day. Hopefully it'll just be a better day overall. What the fuck? Alright, now it's Thursday. 4 days in. By the way, the fastest you can pass, the fastest time frame you can pass a funded account is 5 days for the most part. So I don't think I'll be able to do that just yet. I'm only at 1900. But I'll see. Um, 65% of the way through. Maybe I can finish it Friday. Yeah, I'll see. All right, we got the high, the Asia high, and then we got this. Bang. London. And we're not going to set that, so we're good. That's done for. This is also done for. But we do have a new low here. 15-minute time interval. Yeah, we're all good setting the highs and lows. Now let's set the order block. Okay, right here. All right. Maybe a break and retest. Maybe not. We'll see. Maybe a rejection off this one. I highly doubt a continuation. If we do get a continuation, I'll be looking for an upside long towards this point. If not, a rejection of this point down to this point. And if we go on the downside, I'm looking for a continuation down this point to this point. But that's a little hefty, so maybe a rejection of this point up to this point, down to this point. So maybe we have two opportunities to trade. We'll see how the market moves. And we'll see how it just reacts to that middle zone. Obviously didn't like it, started going up immediately. So maybe we are looking up for upside. Hmm. Maybe a rejection, maybe not. And no, definitely not a rejection, so we can go ahead and just remove that. Um, Low key, like I said, looking towards an upside towards this direction. Why, yes. Uh, am I putting it in just yet? Maybe not, but we do have a pullback here. So I'll be looking for a secondary set of bearish candles that will confirm this pullback trend. So we'll see. Um, we'll see about that, and I'll go ahead and go another 5-minute interval. Um, there we go. If it sticks like this, I'll go ahead and just place a trade. So I'll go ahead and start setting that up now here soon. I'll just target that high, which yes would be 23 points. And I'm pretty confident in it, so I'll probably do 2 units. So if this closes out bearish, I'm for sure placing the trade. And then it'll be a 4 to 5 risk reward ratio. So if we go bullish here to this side, if we do hit this marker with a bullish candle, I'm going to go ahead and buy the trade. And there we go. I bought it. Let's go up here. And to be safe, let's go down here. There we go. Right. So stop loss of 6 and a target of 22. That is a 3.5 basically risk reward ratio. We'll see how that moves and how that continues. It'd be tragic if I get stopped out. But honestly, the Confluence has had it. It's just moving very slowly. That's worrisome as fuck. Maybe I don't want to place a trade there. If it goes, fuck. If it goes break even again, I'm just gonna go ahead and stop out the trade, honestly. Unless I get stopped out first, that'd be tragic. And I did get stopped out. Fuck. Okay, I'm down to 1200. Awesome. Let's see. Fuck, man. That definitely pushes me back. Yeah, it does. Well, like I said, I wouldn't cut out anything, so you're gonna see this in the video. Gotta be emotionless about it. Get rid of this. Retry, retest like nothing happened. Do not revenge trade. Look for another setup. We did create. And why the fuck is the market moving so slow now? Okay, reload. What now? Maybe we still have a chance at the upside. We do have this low. We do have this high. If anything, is still a bearish type of day if we go to the 15. I mean bullish. Honestly, that's not too bad of a trade. But I'm already late to it, so it doesn't even fucking matter. Like I said, this is a low, so maybe a rejection off this to this point, which would be 15 points. Maybe I am looking for that. Or never just go back down to that point. So we'll see. Yeah, it's for sure hitting that first. Maybe reject. Yeah, that definitely just broke through. So we're no longer looking for a jersey off that point, and we're also no longer looking for this point. I'm just looking for an actual chance at this high. I thought this would be it, but I mean, placing longs here this short kicked my ass. And my stop loss, if I place it down here, would have still been good, but then it would have been too huge of a stop loss, and you don't want that. But maybe because it did break this high, you can more so safely place the trade now. But I now want a new series of confirmations, so I'm gonna go ahead and do. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. 5 points for sure. I'll see. I'll see. I'm not too sure about it, but if we do go off this high, I might reject off it. So since it is an all-time high and it normally likes rejecting off it, so rejecting. What the fuck am I saying? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try buying now. Just to I'll do 3% risk if I get it. Alright, there we go. Bought for longs for this point for 12, target of 12 points. Towards the previous week high. So it's a pretty strong point. We'll see how that goes. Without actually absolutely assaulting my stop loss, but oh shit. Maybe it is wanting to reject off that, off this point. To be safe, I'll place it over here. Don't do that if you're in the beginning stage of your funded, so we'll see. I'll have to massively speed it up here. Yeah, I'm just for sure cutting out the trade then. Yeah, I'll cut it out their break even. There we go. Yeah, not one of the best plays, but well, it is what it is. This would have been a great entry too. Right here for, well, it would have never hit the 15 points though. So it would have just been tragic. But oh well. At least it wasn't the worst did get the win rate up a little bit, but I mean, I had to break it even. Okay, definitely not a good day. It went from a loss to a break even. Great. But at least I knew when to stop myself. And the reason I had my stop loss a little bit bigger is because uh, highs and lows like being attracted to. So when you have a stop loss that's run over here, which it was, you would want it probably to be over here so you don't get stopped out as quick, because it's most likely going to be attracted towards this point, and like we said, rejections happens, so price is attracted towards this, and it's probably going to want to be rejected off of it. And if your stop loss is over here, I mean, what are you going to do? Like, you're going to get stopped. But if you have it over here, you're not getting stopped, you know? And like I said, if you had your take profit over here, you would have been stopped before it even hits the take profit. But if you had your stop loss on here, you would have had the chance to have the market come back up. So do keep that in mind. That was my thought process behind extending the stop loss. So yeah, a bit more confusing there, but stuff you probably shouldn't try out earlier on. Can go ahead and go to the next day then. We'll see how that day goes. Friday. Alright, there we go. That's the only high we have. So we might reject off it. We might continue it. We'll see. We'll go to the 15-minute time interval, set up the order block if we even need it. Short term for ORB. Alright, damn, I just realized this might be a long ass fucking video, but I'm dead ass not gonna cut anything out of it. So if you're still here, or whoever I send this to with the link, if you're still watching, you're a G. You're gonna actually pass the account because you actually watched it. So you're learning through my failure, which was this fucking day. Which wasn't. I did recover a little bit of money. I recovered about $100, but never mind that. But you saw my thought process behind the pullbacks, and when you do take your own funded, you're gonna know what you need to do, and much better than just watching my strategy video or some shit online on TikTok saying the method. Like, no, don't pay for shit. But there we go. All right, because I'm literally working on raw data right here, so not using bum ass indicators. So order block, high and low. We'll see what will happen here. Oh, straight to the downside. Holy shit. Why so fucking fast? Oh, red. Eh. Don't want to trade right now. I'll just watch for right now. It's currently a red folder. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, even though I might have won that trade, it's still way too, like, okay, so yes, could I have won this trade? Yes, but do you see how choppy it is compared to when I did hit it earlier on in the week on the reversal, or on Monday? Do you see just how much more choppier it is? You don't like that. You hate to see choppy. There's a reason I said don't trade on red, and it is red. And sure, yeah, I would have won, but at the same time, this wick, this is, you just saw it. That shit was up there for 2 seconds. Like, I would have had to place a trade in an instant, and then I would have taken profit extremely fast. I wouldn't even have time to set up a stop loss, and the price is already all the way down here, and you would have probably blown your funded account, which is why I said don't trade on red folder days. So do keep that in mind. But yeah, we'll see what goes on. And it's still moving extremely fast. Holy shit. Um, what now? Keep in mind, the only reason I'm able to control the time is because I'm looking at a previous time frame. If you're trading days that haven't happened yet, so look, keep in mind this is fucking July. Like I wasn't even trading. I didn't even know what trading was back then. But so I've never seen this market. But it's favorite market now. But when you are trading, it's gonna have you trade days that haven't happened yet. So December 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. Um, you're not gonna be able to do the whole change to 30 seconds, 1 minute, because you're gonna have to wait out the whole day. You're gonna have to actually trade for those 3 hours, and then you're gonna have to get up the next day and trade. Get up the next day and trade. Get up the next day and trade, and that's after you've learned. So, do keep that in mind. Right now, this lets me speed it up whenever I wanted to, and lets me go to the next day whenever I wanted to. That's the clutch thing about it. So I can pass the fun, well, quote unquote, pass the funded, which I'm still doing the same shit, just on a faster time frame, because I'm able to skip the night, and I'm able to speed up the days and then slow it back down when the trade is about to hit. So, I'll see what happens here. Very barcodey, very barcodey, very barcodey. Um, well, dun 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 dun. I don't even know what I'm looking for there. What the hell? Maybe something off this. For sure. Because that's too low. Or rejection off this, which never mind. It's already got broken there. We'll see. Maybe price will want to come back down to this point. Maybe it will. Hmm. You can go ahead and look for towards this low. Maybe not. Um, if I were to. If this pullback happens, I'll do it. So we already have it right here. Um, so if that finishes like that and it goes black, I'll go ahead and place a sell. Um, Ooh, it did happen. Okay. All right, let's go for it. And by the way, this is a short, so um, with, like I said, 5 point stop loss, and target heading towards this low. And I'm not targeting the other low because it's too fucking low. And I'm not targeting. I mean, I could have targeted 10 points, which it did. It did actually exactly, but it's an unsafer trade because let's just. I mean, very choppy market, as you can see. I mean, off the mark, like I said, choppy market. You want to risk less, and you also want to do less points. So anything over 10 points, you probably wouldn't want to do. And there's also a point of rejection, and there was the current New York low right there, and so then I just target that point with a 5 point stop loss with 2 units, and that's my trade, which is a 2-to-1 trade, which is still really fucking good. It's double the money. So there we go, and it did hit, and it's slowing down now, so that's a pretty good thing. I'll probably stop there around here, but I could have done 10 points. I just didn't. So I mean, we'll see. And it did hit, by the way. I'm at 2.125k now. I am now 71% of the way through with $800 left to make, and we're 1 weekend, 5 days in, so we'll go ahead and look at next week. And my whole strategy in this trade, by the way, before I move on, pullback method. So, like I said, strategy has the ORB, the order block, the area zone, break and retest. That's the first part. There's also rejection or continuation of highs and lows, which all these lines are highs and lows, either current day, previous week, previous month. As you can see, if I space it out, there's a ton of them. So for rejection, we look for, I don't know, look for a tap, like a bounce like this right here. This is a good one, but of course that didn't exist before, so I wouldn't have known. Oh fuck, what the hell? How would you know that? I mean, over here too, bounce, right? For the continuation, I'm just gonna look for pullbacks, which candles of the opposite direction, then a continuation candle. If you don't know what that exactly means, we look over here, and we look for 2 of them for confirmation confluence. If you really want to get to specifics, I'm not going to get into those terms, but here we have an SMT divergence, right? And you could make an equilibrium box with that top end to this bottom end right here and extend that, right? And when that price does reach that point, we go ahead and place a trade right here once it breaks out of that equilibrium box. This is low-key kind of TGR strat, but I like to keep it nice and simple. Like I said, pullbacks. So, oh shit, secondary pullback, right? So we have this right here, this black candle, opposite direction, like I said, and then a continuation of the same candle that's been going on. And then we had that first part, which was down here, right? So break of structure basically, and then continuation, break of structure again in continuation, and then we just did the back. Like I said, hopefully that makes sense to you, but right there was the first break of structure and then the second break of structure. So if that somehow fucking makes sense, I don't know, but yeah, Pullbacks are just candles of the opposite direction. So, keeping that in mind. Yeah. So let's go to Monday now. Because we don't trade the weekends. Because market isn't open the weekend. So it's now Monday, 21st of July. And we're, bruh. And we're 400 away, was it? From the profit goal. So, it's actually pretty interesting. I can passive fund it that quick? Yes, yes. Too good to be true? I don't know. Because all that means is that you can get paid out. Because passing a funded means this shit becomes real money. And of course, I'm using this as an example. I already have my own trade of 8, but yeah, as you can see right here, trade of 8. Oh fuck, just clicked the wrong one, bro. Are you serious? Nope, that's trading view. Right here. I'm not gonna log into it, but there we go. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. 15-minute. Let's set our shut up. Order block. 8 a.m. candle. Let's get it. Right here. Top end, bottom of the wick. Bang. There we go. High highs. Low lows. Gotta get this Asia low right here. Bro. Alright. It is reaching it, so look, you don't want to have that. Alright. There we go. We're good now. You don't want to like place lows where the current market's too close to it. And honestly, I might be looking for a break and retest here. We already had a break of structure here, and we might have a retest. We'll see. I hope that happens. Go ahead and move to the 5-minute. There we go. Go ahead and move to 1 minute. Unless it breaks on the other side. Unless it likes to break. Unless it likes to break and then piss me off. I'm just gonna target Kamla. 5 points on 1 unit. I mean, what else could I fucking need? Just gonna go ahead and sell that there. There we go. There we go. Bro. No way! Oh god, it immediately reversed as soon as I placed the trade. Are we fucking dead ass? And it stopped me out. Okay. Alright. Yay. Got stopped out. It did not break and retest. Damn. Good thing I risked less. Yay. Oh, now you want to come back. Yay. Remember, you gotta be emotionless. Do not revenge trade. That's how people lose fundeds. I'm not placing another trade right now because I don't like revenge trading. Remember that now. If you're mad, do not revenge trade. Okay. Go back to step 1. What are we looking for? A rejection of this high, maybe. So, now that find out order block fucking useless, I might be looking off a rejection of this high or a pullback method. So we'll see. Remember looking at a calmly 5-minute interval. Okay. It did break it, so we're no longer looking for rejection. And it's immensely going up now. Yeah, it's at an all-time high now, so realistically the only thing I can look for now is a pullback to confirm me being able to place long safely and not gambly. There is one there. Maybe if it becomes one. It did in fact not become one. Wow, okay. I could have just placed a long. But remember, if I place a long out of nowhere just because I feel like it, that's just gambling, okay? Because it clearly broke to the downside, so going off my own strategy, we would have looked for this. And obviously it didn't happen. We got stopped out, so. And obviously, rejections like that. And obviously it also broke through. And obviously, if there's a high up here, we look for a rejection, right? And we have no highs to look for, so I have no confirmation confluences. So I'm gonna have to go to the pullback method. So that's my only hope here for today. It's being able to have a pullback, be able to be confirmed. So if I can have an actual bearish candle be able to be formulated and then back to a bullish blue candle, I can maybe just have the thought of being able to place a long. Unless it continues going down, then I guess. There we go. There's the first one, blue. Okay. We still have the trend going. I just need a new low. Okay, now I just need secondary candle that's also bearish. There's no SMT divergence yet either, so there we go. We got that there. Can I finish out bearish so I can have my confirmation? No. No finishing out bearish for you? Oh, there we go. Okay. Look, like I said, if you want the hard terms, SMT, equilibrium from up here to down here. What do we look for? The old reliable. So we'll see how that goes. And honestly, there we go. We'll see how that goes. There we go. Fixed it. And if it doesn't necessarily hit that, well, oh well. All I needed to do is tap it. Oh, see, equilibrium is up here. What am I saying? There we go. Oh, I did tap it. Okay. Tap it again. I did tap it again. Okay, there we go. Clearly the price is being choppy as fuck. So I'm just gonna go ahead and break even here. As soon as it let me go to break even. Yeah, that's way too fucking choppy. That's not good. Unless I get a clean reversal here, but no. It's too choppy, so I'll just go ahead and break out even there. Okay. That's technically a loss though, so. Rip on that. Rip on that. Rip on that. After such a good streak. And of course, you know, as soon as I break straight, yeah, that's going down. Gotta control yourself. And now it goes up. Yes. Yes, sir. Go up now. But let's get our mind figured out. We got this high, right? And we got this low. So we're gonna be playing the game here. Which side will it pick? Which side will this price action pick? It's simple as that. Which side will it pick? Or will it just stay very choppy? And it picked this side, okay. Nice. Now how will it react to it? Will it break through it? Of course it did. Maybe bounce off this. If we have our cards right. If it stays up, if not, then it's one of these things. Depends on which side it picks. It's all that. Which side will it actually close on? Oh, I picked that one. Oh, maybe not. Oh, shit. Pick one. On a 15-minute, it hasn't picked one yet, so. Loki, bullish on the 15. Yeah, it's a little choppy. Okay. Pull back, pull back. We're probably looking at this right here. It really doesn't want to touch it. There we go. Yeah. So as soon as for an explanation of that. Sorry, I went quiet. I'm doing this shit real time, so it's fucking stressful. Holy shit. Okay. All right. Don't gotta do all this, but this is the visual aspect of what I'm thinking. Basically. I saw this trend mark. Of course, it broke through it. Maybe there's a rejection going on, or a bounce back if it does pick a side. But we're gonna see that with this. Right here. And when I was talking about picking a side, it's basically breaking that equilibrium. And what happened in that equilibrium? What is inside that equilibrium? The middle. A blue candle. So, of course I didn't want to place a trade right then and there, because look how high that fucking wick went. It was scary. But I wanted some kind of continuation, and we got it. Now keep in mind, there's a reason I waited to place. Oh wait. There we go. There's a reason I waited to place a trade until it broke the box, because that's what you're supposed to do, breaking the structure. This is your confluence, and we got the blue candle right there. So once it did break the box, hold on, let me get it under the wick. There we go, under the wick of that SMT. Let me clean it out a little bit for you. the SMT and the wick. I knew it was ready, so bang, got it. Place the trade around here for a short, which if we check, would have been around 3 points, but I mean, what's up here? It would have been around, not 3 points actually. I placed it around here. There we go. Yeah, around 3 points actually, but you get what I mean. Broke the box, broke through. Yippity yappity you, yippity yappity yeet. Yep, there we go. Breaking equilibrium, passing the middle, rejection point. You know, breaking the high that we had, going to that rejection point in the middle after the SMT diverges, going up a little bit as we saw in that wick, which was pretty fast, and then having a continuation down, and I wanted a confirmation, so I waited a little bit more since I did already list a trade. Honestly, if I was my first trade of the day, I would have placed a trade all the way up here after that confirmation in the middle of the equilibrium zone, which would have placed me for a much bigger trade. I probably would have won it, like the actual account. But oh well, we have that. We're safe enough with that. Waited until here, went safe with it. Already lost one trade. You have to be a good risk reward manager with this. So I went safer with the bet with just the one unit as well. So keep that in mind. There's a reason I went quiet there. There's a reason I waited a little bit extra. There's a reason that trade was so much shorter than the other ones. I needed to get up to that point. But I knew it was going to reach that point. I knew it wanted to test it out. It had to get to that low because of how choppy it was. And we did it on the 5-minute interval. And it was the pullback rejection method, which is literally the number 3, like I said. If it's still down here, I don't fucking know. There we go. Rejection, look for a tap. If it was a continuation, we would have seen that confirmation a lot sooner. So, yeah, there we go. We can now go to the next day. Oh my god, I should work. Okay, there we go. This is now what? Day 7. Yeah, day 7 of trading. And 60% win rate. I've placed 10 trades, up 2K, and I need 2.5 to pass 3. Fuck, it was supposed to be 2.5. Because right now, look at this. Profit target to pass 3K. No, on there. Man, you're fucking stupid. It's 2.5, but shouldn't have been 3. Because I know it's a 1-to-1, so the loss is the same as the profit target. I don't know why I have the profit target at 3K. Either way, it doesn't matter. I guess I'll have to get 3K. Fuck. Let's see. How will I do that? With a nice open directional market. We'll see. We'll see where we go. Okay. All right, there we go. Oh, I want to mess with that. Order block. This is about to be such a long ass video. If you actually watch this through, your dead ass gonna be good. Cause I'm giving you step by step on how to pass this shit. There we go. Okay, so now that we have that order block set, make sure you have the highs and lows as well. Okay, we got the low, and we got the high. Okay. All right, we can go ahead and be safely on our way to the top end and bottom wick of the ORB block as well. Um, there we go. Okay, started. We're looking for probably a downside trade. Maybe. I just need a break and retest of that. So I need, honestly, we either look for this. We saw the break, right? No, maybe a retest to the downside. Maybe that. Or the market actually wants to test this, which is, it'll be hard, but maybe it'll want to test it. And honestly, we can go ahead and set this London high of the previous day. So it might want to test that out since it's a little bit closer. And it's moving very fast right now too, towards this downside. So we might actually be looking for a rejection off this London low. So one of three things can happen here. As a trader, you gotta be thinking about a lot of what at once as the market moves. So keep in mind of whatever the fuck I just told you. Break and retest of RB. That's the first one. So if it decides to come back up, we might be looking for a retest on this direction, or we might be looking off a rejection of this London low, or we might be looking for an upside towards the London high. Stay with me now. And you can visually see this as well. Or maybe nothing will happen actually. What the fuck? Oops, maybe. Maybe the upside. Maybe we will get the upside. Maybe we will get the upside. Or maybe the downside. I don't fucking know. It's just moving there. It just doesn't want to do anything. I just don't know what it's looking for. Let's see. If I can get it to break. Maybe we won't get any price action today. So what the fuck is this? Like, what the hell are we doing here? Like, will it not even reach this point? We're looking choppy as some motherfucker right now. It's what, 9:45 a.m.? Honestly, it's looking like it's gonna be shorts. We are on the 50-minute. Yeah, rejection. I'm just gonna go ahead and sell 3 right here to this point. Almost got caught like fucking slacking there. 4.5 is good enough, especially with a 5-point win. There we go, and it hit. Bang. Oh wow. Okay. You can see that we're literally $60 off from passing the fucking funded. Alright. Holy, it went down even more. 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 Do I want to place a trade towards this? Do I do it? Do I do that? Might as well do that. I mean, Are there any lows that I'm looking? Ooh, yes. Why didn't I place that before? Honestly, yes. There's no clear downtrend here. It's straight black. Honestly, this should have been my stop loss. Right here, the 15 points up here. I don't know what I got caught slacking there. I probably should have done that. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna go ahead and go down there. Holy God, it's doing it fast. There we go. Bang, and hit it. We got it. We did it. Gucci. Bang. 8 days. Max drawdown never reached. We fucking did it. That's what we fucking do. Holy fuck. Hey, hey, hey. Oh no. Bro. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Alright, let's go view the analysis. Look, bro, can I not see what that trade looks like? Okay, we'll look at it soon, but you knew what I was seeing. You saw that break and retest of the zone after I was looking at the 15-minute interval to view the confirmation of the downtrend with the bullish candle, and we were just waiting for that to break out, and when it did, I was like, you know what, we're looking for shorts, and I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I was like, you know what, let me place a 5-point trade like I'm a fucking bitch. No, I should have done the normal 15 like I normally do, like I tell people to do, and I just didn't, because I thought, bro, I didn't see, I was too zoomed in. I didn't see the fact that there were 3 lows I could have targeted from the previous day. If it's previous week lows, that's a little bit more risky, but if it's previous day lows, like, come on now, you knew those would have been hit. You should have targeted those in the first place. So I should have. We literally 3.8k, 12 trades, 66% win rate, account balance of 53. Now,